Well, I'm here, but nobody else is here. I'm here, but nobody else is here. Well, somebody's here. One person's here. I couldn't see anything that anyone was writing, Rick. It was really weird. Ever since that troll came on, it just wiped all my conversations. And I thought, I can't sit here talking to myself without anybody else being here. So, yeah, I lost all my conversations, so I couldn't. No, I deleted the troll, and when I deleted the troll, everything just stopped. I don't know why. I couldn't see anybody, couldn't see anything. It just all went off. So I had nothing I could do. I tried refreshing, and it just booted me right off. So hopefully everybody will will find their way back. If not, it's yeah, it was somebody called Tracy who said I was fat and ugly. So I booted him off, and when I booted him off, everything went off. So I don't know why. Obviously, I was supposed to just sit and leave him on. Oh, thank you, Chris. I couldn't write anything. Even I couldn't write anything. I'm writing hello, hello. And I couldn't see anybody and hear anybody. Oh, you're back, Jane. Right, okay. It was weird. Everything just stopped. Yeah, everything just stopped. Kaz, I don't know what happened. After the troll came on, it all went to pot. So I don't know what happened. I think I'm just going to have a crisp. Oh, you saw me writing, did you? I couldn't see my writing. I'm writing hello, hello. And I couldn't see. Yeah, it was that. We'll blame the troll. I'm going to eat me. I've got hula hoops today. Hula hoops. Yeah, I should have left it to Chris to do the spanner, shouldn't I? Because I tried to do it. That's what happened. Is it all went to pot. Oh, Miguel came on. Well, I didn't see that, you see. I missed all that. He's probably wondering where I've gone. Can somebody tell Miguel where I've gone? I didn't go off on purpose. Oh, you think he knew? Right. They used to fit on your fingers, but they've shrunk. I had a troll came on, Miguel. And when I booted the troll off, all my words disappeared. Everybody disappeared. I couldn't see anything that anybody wrote. So I had to start all over again. So I didn't go because you came on. I didn't know you were here. If you know what I mean. Yeah, I had a troll. He said I was fat and ugly, so there was nothing wrong with his eyesight. I'm going to let somebody with a spanner deal with it next time, because obviously when I deal with it, something happens. They've really shrunk these down. You used to be able to put them on your fingers. Now I can just about fit it on my little finger. You thought it was something you said, did you, Miguel? You went for your water and everybody vanished. No, it was nothing to do with you, Miguel. It was some stupid troll. I don't know why everything vanished, but yeah, if he comes back, yeah, Tracy was called Tracy the troll. He, I presume. No Y, no E in it, so I think it was a man. A man with a girl's name. I could say Nathan is a big tool, but then that would be rather rude. To call somebody a tool in the UK is being a bit rude. Oh, they're always asking me to be my friend. And they're always in the army or the navy or the air force. They've always got uniforms on. You know damn well. Anybody that attractive would not be looking at me. They think you're stupid. I suppose some women may be stupid enough to think, oh, that gorgeous man is writing to me, telling me I look beautiful. I just boot them all off. I don't accept friendships off any guys unless I actually know. Oh, they all think you're Marley. And these women who send them money, they must be crazy. They fall in love with somebody who doesn't really exist. I do, I know, Kaz, yeah. And they're always so gorgeous, aren't they? You know damn well they're not real. Oh, you've got to be lonely. I'd have to be very, very lonely to think they were real. Oh, I went on a dating site when I was in my 50s. Oh, what a lot of frogs. Oh, gosh. I mean, as if a grandma would want, as if a pop star want to talk to me. Oh, my goodness me. I don't give anything out me. Government name, date of birth. That's even worse, Munchkin, that if they'd passed away. They're stealing the pictures. They always steal the pictures of like really good looking army, navy officers. Well, you know man, because you know me, Nathan. Oh my God. I did meet some of them face to face, Kaz, and I don't know whose profile picture they were using, but blimey, they weren't theirs. Or it might have been them 20 years ago. Hi, Enid. You found us again, have you? I mean, I was always honest. I always put an up-to-date picture on my profile. And I always told people I was overweight. I didn't hide behind some slender, picture of myself like 30 years ago. Oh, I couldn't be bothered, Munchkin. I just boot them all off. Not interested. When they send me these friends requests. I went on one because my friend went on one and she managed to find somebody decent. She were one of the lucky ones. I got all the frogs. You know, the ones who come on a first date and bring the toothbrush. Optimistic or what? I'm not looking. I'm not looking for a date. I'm not looking for anything. So now I don't bother. No, he brought his own toothbrush thinking he was staying the night, Miguel. On a first date. Yeah. I never wanted to get married again, but I would have liked to have had a date. Somebody to go on holiday with. I never wanted anybody to move in with me. But after a few months on a dating site, I just gave it up as a bad job and thought, no way. Oh, I got all the drunk sitting on me. But they were on the bus and the tram. No, I used to get the nutters. They weren't always drunk, they were just nutters. I'm not allowed to meet anybody now, am I, really? I talk to people on the seafront, but there's different, isn't it? Talking to people on the seafront is not like chatting people up. I talk to some of the fishermen, that are fishing and things like that. But I don't chat them up as, like where do you go for a drink and stuff like that. No. I just ask them, have they caught anything lately? We talk about fish. Look, Chris. Mint. At my time of life, I am definitely not looking for any male companionship. Yeah, when he asked where he could send his clothes, you should have said the nearest charity shop. Yeah. I should think if she's in her 90s, she can't be bothered anymore either. I can't be bothered and I'm not. I'm in my 70s. I just hang out with my knitting buddies, and they're mostly ladies. I think they're all ladies. We get the odd husband calling in sometimes for his wife. Pick her up, you know. But we don't really get any guys. They're all ladies. I don't think I put out vibes anymore that I'm interested anyway. I think you put out vibes if you're interested, but right, I'm going. Oh look, my drinks fell over. Oh. Or if I want to be grammatically correct, I should say my drink has fallen over. I do love this. I bought this for my mum. I do love it. A little fishy. One of the few things that survived the coal from my kitchen. Everything else seemed to have disappeared, but that arrived. We seem to be missing a tin opener at the moment in our kitchen here. Can you hear the bubbles? It's not champagne, by the way. It's dandelion and burdock with a wonky label. La, 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 la. Oh, I've unpacked from moving a long time ago, but loads of my stuff went missing. I don't know where it went, Miguel, but it never arrived. I packed it, but it didn't arrive here. I think it was vetted, you know, and if they considered it wasn't necessary, it didn't make the trip. Oh, I don't even understand milliliters. I understand ounces. Oh my goodness, Miguel, you need to get going. Could be all sorts in what you've not unpacked that you might need. All right, bye, Ray. Hello, my Rosie. Hello, little girl. Hello, sweetheart. Oh. She's gone again. There could be anything in there that you might need. It could be towels, could be clothes, there could be all sorts that you've not unpacked yet. Things that are useful. Try doing one thing at once. One tote at once or one box at once. You know, then if you don't use it, you can get rid of it and then there's less in your trailer. You'd have more room, wouldn't you? If it's things that you don't need anymore, send them to we call them a charity shop, you call them Goodwill, don't you? Yeah, I mean, if you haven't used it for all those years, You're not going to want it, are you, Miguel? So you might as well just take the box unpacked and take it to the Goodwill. Unless you know what's actually in the boxes and you still want it. Yeah, if you've had it in a box all that time, Miguel, you can't really want it, can you? You haven't missed it. So somebody else could make use of it. I mean, when I unpacked, I was thinking, what have I brought this for? What have I brought that for? So, even though I got rid of a load of stuff to come here, I still sent bags and bags of stuff to the, the charity shop when I came here. Well, you see your blender. You could be using that. Just try to do one box. Just put one box on top of your bed or something and undo it, yeah. Oh, Rick. It could have been worse. You could have been dated for ages and then it happened. At least you got the insight early on, didn't you? I've got an itchy back. Well, if they're his boxes, then just put them outside, Jane. Oh, I think he knows where all his yarn is, Kaz. I think Miguel knows where yarn is. You don't have to analyse it, just accept it, Rick. If it was meant to be, it would be. If it's not meant to be. I'm a great believer in that. I'm a great believer in karma or whatever. I've had some really, in my time, some relationships. Really bad ones, but you can't dwell on it, can you? You've just got to move on. She obviously wasn't the right one for you, Rick, otherwise it would have worked out. If it hasn't worked out, yeah, you could be thanking your lucky stars one day. Maybe it hurts today, but by tomorrow or the day after, it could be. Time to have a sort through, Miguel. Get one box at a time that you haven't unpacked. Make it your mission to unpack one box a month. Anything you don't want, Goodwill. Anything you do want, sort it out. Oh, yeah, some people string you along for years, don't they? I had one like that. 9 years we were together. And it was all based on a lie, I think, in the end. I think he just strung me along. I think I would have rather found out in the first year than waste 9 years of my life on him. And it wasn't my ex-husband. I wasted 20 odd years of my life on him. Men should come with a government health warning. This man may not be what you thought he was. He is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Chicken veggie soup. Well, at least you found your veggies today. You didn't lose anything today. I should explain Miguel normally buys potatoes or something and puts them down. I don't know where he's put them. I had a ready meal and it was very pants, it was. But you know I won't cook when I'm on my own. And yesterday I ordered KFC and that was absolutely disgusting. I don't know why I bothered. How people live on Big Macs and KFC, I have no idea because it was pretty disgusting. Hope it wasn't sprouting when it was underneath the seat of your car. Hope it didn't grow eyes, whatever they call them things that sprout out. I once lost a sprout. It was in the boot of the car and it had gone down where the spare tyre. Ugh. I kept holding the car boot. Oh, it stunk rotten and I couldn't find anything. By the time I found it, it was all slimy and awful. Ugh. It stunk. Sprout. Can you imagine a sprout? I searched and searched in my car boot for this awful smell. The worst of all is if you drop milk. You can do what you want to it. You can mop it up, you can disinfect it, you can do whatever. But if you've spilled milk in your car, that is vile. Oh, you feel like ripping the carpet up and throwing it away. I had it valeted, I had everything. It took forever for the smell to go away. There is nothing worse than bad milk. Ugh. The worst smell I ever had was a friend of mine. She bought a big bottle of whiskey for one of her relatives for a Christmas present. And she dropped it in the car and it hit the handbrake and it broke. Initially, my car just smelled like a brewery, but that went really bad. I thought if I'd have got pulled up by the police, the car smelled like a brewery. Eventually, it faded. Full bottle of whiskey all over my car. I mean, she was heartbroken because she was on a budget at the time. It was like quite a chunk out of her Christmas present budget. And she broke this bottle of whiskey. No whiskey. Well, it wasn't cheap. I say she was heartbroken. I think she brought it for her father-in-law. But she was a single parent on a budget, so it was a lot of money to her. Oh God, the plastic bags at the grocery shop, everything just drops right through. I mean, I always take my own bags now. I'm not all over a whiskey unless I've got a cold. I don't mind a whiskey and is it whiskey and lemon and hot water when I have a cold, but I don't drink it as a rule. We get charged for plastic bags over here now. I don't know whether you do in the US, but we have to pay about 10 pence for every plastic bag we have. So most people take their own bags shopping now. I always carry a bag. You know, it's a fabric bag. I always carry it inside my handbag. So if I do any unexpected shopping, I've always got a bag, yeah. Well, it's because of all the people who just let them blow in the wind and make a right mess everywhere. Oh, hi, Nancy. Yeah, it's very, very sad, yeah. But she was 96, bless her. The 25p now, are they? Oh, Nathan. The last one I bought, I think, was 10 pence. I'd rather buy one of those bags for life, actually, play the extra, because at least then you can keep it. It doesn't fall to bits on you. US dollars, I would imagine it's about $35, 25p. Yeah, every shop we go into, you have to pay for a plastic bag. You don't get plastic bags free over here anymore. Most places charge here. Yeah, it'd be about $30, wouldn't it? 25p. I tell you, America will soon stop getting loads and loads of. I mean, they were a nuisance. There were plastic bags floating and blowing everywhere and stuff. People are a lot more cautious now. They take their own bags shopping and things like that. They don't want to pay for plastic bags every time they go shopping. How much are the bags for life? I don't know. They might be about 70 odd pence or something, but it's worth it because they're good sturdy bags. And at least you can take them backwards and forwards with you when you go shopping. I'd rather pay the extra. There you are, $28.75 we go. You'd have to pay every time you want a plastic bag. But it's like the old days. We always took our own bags. Everybody had a shopping basket. Yeah, I buy the ones, the big sort of ones like vinyl with the handles on. But it does stop a lot of this mess things blowing around everywhere. I mean, before there used to be plastic bags on every street corner blowing in the wind because people didn't care. But now people are a lot more careful. Yeah, we always take our bags. They're in the back of the car. My daughter-in-laws, have we got the bags? When they're going food shopping, have we got the bags? Well, when I could still walk, I mean, walk distances, I used to have a shopping trolley. I used to have a shopping trolley and a rucksack. I used to put the lighter things in the rucksack on my back and put the other heavier stuff in a shopping trolley, yeah. Now I've got my scooter, I managed to get one bag, like, on the footrest, because I put my feet up. No, it's dandelion and burdock, Ethan. Dandelion and burdock. Yeah, you moved 11 years ago and you've still not unpacked. Yeah, well, when I stopped being able um, to walk with my shopping trolley, I now make sure. I used to be able to get like a couple of shopping bags in the footwell of me the scooter when I had to do my own shopping. But now I just manage with one bag because my basket's usually full. I've got my waterproof sort of knee warmer thing in the basket at the front, so there's never any room to put anything in the front. It's probably one of them boxes you haven't unpacked. I don't know why you lose things, Miguel. It's not as if you got a mansion. It should be quite easy to find things. You probably put it underneath something or in a drawer somewhere. I bought some cotton bags. So I was going to crochet things to put on the outside, like granny squares or a mandala or something to sew on. Yeah, when I lived on my own, I used to do online shopping, once a month really. And my niece used to get me, like the milk and the bread I needed in between. But I would, do a big online shop, probably about once a month. I had a big freezer back in the day, so you could put things in. Yeah, it's all finished. It's got the buttons on it and everything. If you look at my previous video to this one, I do show it. It was blocking out on the. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll find it if you have a good look. It's probably where you put the potatoes. Well, we have a kitty here, for shopping. Although I do buy my own bits and pieces because, they don't always buy exactly what I like. So when I do go shopping, I pick up bits and pieces. Yeah, I found I was spending too much if I did a shop online every week because then I was throwing things away because I'd bought too much. But I used to do one every month, sometimes every fortnight. I would do my big shop, put things in the freezer. If I'd bought chopped chickens or something like that, I'd bag them down, cut them down, put them into portion sizes, and put them in my freezer. I used to do the same when I was able to go to Berry Market. I would go on a Saturday to Berry Market when it was closing because obviously they don't want to keep fish and poultry and stuff till the Monday when they opened up again. So they used to be selling things off really cheap. So I used to go about 4 o'clock on a Saturday and spend maybe £30 and get loads and loads and loads of chickens and fish and everything. And bring it home, portion it out, put it all into plastic bags, write on the date what it was. Miguel, you've got too much stuff if it's all stacked up like that. You need to sort it out and get rid of some stuff. Your decorator man's never going to be able to paint it if you can't get in, can you? Well, you need to bring all the boxes out. If it's a nice dry day, put them all outside. And then just put back what you need. Don't put all the boxes back again. Just sit on your chair outside and sort through all the boxes. If you've got that much, you've got too much. I don't care if it's yard. Put it outside, sort it out if you don't want it. You can't hoard that much. I should know. I'm the worst. That's why I've got a shed. It's not in the house. If it was in the house, it would depress me. It's bad enough being in the shed, but at least I can shut the door on the shed and walk away. Yeah, well, sort it all out then, Miguel. Sort it. Yeah, put some shelves up. Put the yarn on the shelves, yeah. Yeah, if you're not using it, I mean, I just got rid of a load of it on eBay, a load of mine. I didn't get my money back from what I paid for it, but at least it's gone from the shed, and I did get a little bit of money for it. I sold it all less than what I paid for it, but it was just one of those things. I just had too much in the shed. So I didn't make a profit. So what are you going to eat off if you get rid of all your dishes? Paper plates. Have you ever eaten off a paper plate? Especially when you put something in it that's a bit hot, it goes all soggy and no. You're getting into the hoarding situation, Miguel. You're getting as bad as me. We'll be seeing you on the telly in a bit, you know. Man lives in this trailer where he can't put his feet down. Yeah, we'll be seeing you on the telly in a bit. They'll be coming. They'll be coming for the telly. You'll be there on national TV. Recluse. Recluse in trailer. I can see the headlines now. I was a bit like that before I moved here. Now I can't do it. You need to be ruthless, Miguel. I had to be. I had to go through mine and say, right, you are really not going to use that, are you? It broke my heart because, I knew what I'd paid for it. But it's just life, isn't it? You just don't get what you paid for it. And here I am buying some more. But it's not what I've got in the shed. It's fine things for those shawls. Everybody seems to like the fine shawls, not the thick ones. And I've got thick wool in my shed, not thin. I haven't got the finer stuff. But we shall see. I'm hoping to get rid of a lot of stuff with the Christmas fair. A lot of the small stuff anyway. I need to go out there and sort out and put it all in a bag or 2 bags and get it all ready for November the 19th. Instead of going wait until the last minute and then having to rush in the last week and hurt me back doing it all. Because I have to sit down to do everything these days. I'm pathetic, I know. But I can't stand up. Yeah, we'll watch it and we go, oh, we know Miguel, yeah. That guy on that Hoarder, what's it called? Hoarders or something. Buried Alive, yeah. Shall we nominate Miguel for Buried Alive? But some of those houses, honestly, how do they let them get like that? I mean, it's not so much they've got so much clutter they can't even have a bath, can they? Because they can't find the bath. I don't know how they can let it get like that. I thought I was bad with all, but my yarn was just confined to one room. At least my bathroom was clean and my kitchen was clean, you know what I mean? I didn't have yarn in there and stuff all over the floor. And I mean, they don't throw away any tins, do they? Open tins and cat food and gone, oh, And there's little things, creatures running around, isn't there? And mice and something. Oh, hi, Joy. I mean, how do they let it get like that? Oh, dear. I've seen videos, I haven't seen them lately. Oh, I think Rick went, he's not feeling very well today, I don't think. I've seen videos where they show their stash of yarn, and believe me, none of us have got stashes like that. You know, they've got garages full, they've got rooms full. Rick was, what's he called? Something Pacific. Oh, you're still here, Rick, right. There's Rick. I think Miguel missed you when you came on the other week. I don't think Miguel was on when you came on. His name's Rick, Miguel. You're thinking, well, don't dwell. Dwelling on it doesn't do you any good, Rick. Just put it behind you. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. Yeah, I've seen videos. You don't see them so much now, don't you? You know, where they have absolute, I mean, I'm not talking about rooms, they absolutely pile, pile, pile. They've got wool upon wool upon, and you're thinking they will never ever use all that. They can't even move in the rooms, can they, for it? And there was one lady, she just had a garage, it was just full to the rafters. I mean, how could she ever know what was in there? At least mine's on shelves, and I can see what it is because it's on a shelf, yeah? So now I've got nothing in boxes, I've got nothing in totes. Everything I own is now on shelves. So when I walk in there, I can see it, yeah. I mean, Secret Yarnery, she does use a lot of it, I must admit, but she does buy a lot, doesn't she? I mean, I don't know what she does. I don't think she sells her things. She maybe donates some blankets to charity or whatever. I don't know what she does with her stuff. Uh, you know, yeah, I mean, obviously she can afford to buy it, but I mean, she does use a lot of it. I'll give her a due. She does make a lot of blankets and make a lot of things with it, doesn't she? She doesn't just buy it and hoard it all. Although she does have a heck of a lot of yarn. She's got this massive, massive room, hasn't she? Full of it. But as I say, give her a due. I think she donates blankets and stuff. She buys a tremendous amount from Ice Yarns. I used to, well, not nothing like her. I've never had the cash to buy anything like that. But myself and Sue, we used to share parcels sometimes so we could share the postage. But Sue's not been actually doing a lot of crocheting either, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what she does with the things she makes. I don't think she sells them. I think she donates them. But she's perhaps in a more fortunate position money wise than we are. I'm not knocking anybody. If people have the money, then they have the money. I'm not a jealous person like some people are. Oh, you've got too much, you've got to give me some. I'm not a jealous person like that. If people buy what they can afford, I presume. If I was rich, I'd do giveaways, but I can't afford the postage. No, well, I can't afford. It's not that I don't want to, Kaz. I just can't afford it. I'm not in a position where I can make a load of stuff for charity or make a load of stuff and give it away. Just not in that financial position. But as I say, I'm not bitter. Whatever people do, they do, don't they? But I don't think people should call the people for having. I mean, people who have big yarn stashes, they get a lot of hateful comments, don't they? It's their money, and as far as I'm concerned, they do with it what they want. There could be women who buy loads of clothes, there could be women who buy loads of shoes that you and I obviously can't afford. But it doesn't worry me. I'm not bitter. I'm not like one of these women who go, oh, she buys all that. Oh, she buys all them fancy clothes. She pays thousands of dollars for a dress. It's all relative, isn't it? I'm just contented with what I've got. I'm not jealous of people's big houses. I'm not jealous of people's big cars. I'm just thankful for what I've got. Got a roof over my head. I've got food. I'm not starving. I'm not sitting in a wooden box. It's just relative, isn't it? Yeah. Oh gosh, I get excited when I find a bargain. Boy, do I ever. Woo-hoo-hoo. It should be £3 a ball and it's £1. Oh wow, a little heart's going like that. I think everything I buy is on whatever. Oh gosh, I would never spend money on Botox now. I'm scared of putting things like that in my body. Having a facelift and Botox and whitening my teeth and having a load of veneers and stuff. I think the thing to do is to be happy with what you've got. There's a lot of people in the world who are a lot worse off than I am. And that's how I judge it. I think apart from the health issues I have, I get on with life. I don't have any life-threatening illnesses. I don't have any, I'm not got cancer, thank God. There's a lot of people. I won't say I've been really skint, but I've always managed. Yeah, I've always budgeted with what I've got. I've never been in serious debt. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get like I say, excited when I see a bargain. The wool I've been buying recently off eBay has all been a bargain. To me, it is anyway. It's less than £3 a ball, and it's a big ball, and it goes a long way. You just. I think some people, no matter how much money they have or how much they have, they'll always be bitter people. Some people always have the glass half empty, don't they? You know, we've got one lady at Knit Club who always has to moan. She goes on holiday, she has to moan about something. Something wasn't right. This wasn't right. You dread her coming in because she never she never actually says, "Oh, I had a brilliant time on my holiday." To me, things go wrong on a holiday. Things go wrong when you go away. But if by and large you've had a nice time, to me that's a good holiday. Yeah. I don't go around, saying, yeah, but the bed was a bit lumpy or, it's just the way you are. To me, I make the best of what I've got. I would love a lot more things in my life. Wouldn't we all? Yeah. But yeah, this was a really good bargain. This was Pato, Pato. I've never heard of it, but it's quite nice and soft. And this was 5 balls for £5.50. It was on special offer at the Naked Sheep. So I thought that was pretty good, really. I mean, if you go into Serdar and things like that, I watched that video, Crochet Rock, she went into, oh God, what's it called? We don't have one round here. Uh, Hobbycraft, I think it was called. And some of the Serdar wool there, honestly, it was like £5 for a ball, 50-gram ball. And I'm like, oh, it's probably lovely, but I can't afford that. Yeah, I'm on Stylecraft, and this is Pato. I've not really heard of it before. Pato, Pato. But like I say, she's got it on special offer at the moment. 5 balls for £5.50. So I got 10 balls of it for £11. Wherever I got the chunky, it was £1.80 a ball, the chunky. So that would have been £18 for 10 balls, and this cost me £11 for 10 balls. I'm doubling it up. It'll be like chunky. Yeah, I thought Hobbycraft was expensive when I was looking. Yeah, I like James C. Brett as well, but it's a little bit expensive at times. I used to use a lot of their marble chunky and marble double knit. I used to like that, but that is a little bit more pricey. The Naked Sheep's got some lovely, like, fleck colours in Aaron. I'm not going to buy a lot of it, but they were very, very pretty. And we're going to make headbands, to go in for this Christmas fair. So I think you probably get about 3 or 4, headbands out of a ball. I think it's 100-gram ball. So, I mean, it wouldn't be that expensive. I think it's probably about £4 or £5 for 100-gram, but it was so pretty. So I might get a couple. If we can make a few headbands out of it, we can sell them quite cheaply. We shall see how we go. I just seen one sale on Etsy that was like done in this wool. Yeah, I've got a lady who's waiting. Well, she didn't order it specifically. She just said if I had another blue shawl, that she would like to have one. Yeah, my brown one's gone all the way up to Scotland in the middle of the Highlands somewhere, a place called Garve. It's right by the side of a loch. I looked it up, it's like in the middle of no place. So she bought the brown kind of shawl, but then she did express an interest in having a blue one as well. So I said, well, I've ordered some blue wool, which you'll see if you see my other video. I find that the fine ones are selling. Where do I sell my items? No place at the moment. I'm, working on it. I used to have an Etsy shop, but it got too ridiculous. They were taking more commission off me than I was making in profit. So I shut the shop down. So at the moment, I'm just. But these 2 people who bought me shawls actually saw them on Instagram and asked me, was I going to sell them? But before that, I hadn't sold anything forever and a day. Yeah, I've got a lady who wants me to make her a shawl in hand-dyed yarn. I said to her, will you buy the hand-dyed yarn? I told her how much I would need. I said, if you buy it, I'll tell you how much Well, I will be, but not for orders. Oh dear, I'm coughing again. I did very well with an Etsy shop at the beginning, but then they got greedy. And now, it's all VAT. And they want me to have a US tax code number and everything. So it's just, I'm not reopening my Etsy shop. Oh, bye bye, Rick. We'll see you next week. Don't dwell too long, Rick. Don't dwell on it. Well, I'm looking forward. No, I've not put anything on the website yet. No, I haven't. I've been very lazy. I've got too much of a social life these days, Miguel. Honestly. I keep saying, yeah, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to do it. And I don't. I go out. But I don't know whether I'll sell anything on my website. People say you're better off trying to sell on Instagram and TikTok and stuff. No, I've got quite a lot of stuff for this Christmas market without even, having to make much. I just want to make some headbands and bits and pieces. I haven't even started mine, Miguel, so mine might do well if I ever get it going. If I ever get it going. I'm just being lazy. That's all I can say. My voice is going croaky now. I'll have a fruit gum. I'll have a fruit gum. This blanket is killing me. I hate it already. I haven't even done. I haven't even done. That's all I've done of it. That's a big thing. It's boring the pants off me. I'd rather make a cardigan. I honestly would. It's in English. It's one double crochet. No, one treble, one double crochet. Alternate. I don't know what it's called. We've had various descriptions of what it's called. Everybody seems to call it a different name. If you're in America, it's one double crochet, one single. Yeah, people keep telling me, "Oh, you should sell things on TikTok." No idea what flipping TikTok is. Everybody calls it different. I just say it looks like moss stitching knitting. I was like that with Etsy. I'd average about one or two a month when I had my Etsy, but then it was big sales because there were cardigans and jackets and things. But as most of it went to America, and I'm not paying American taxes and stuff like that, so. And they also wanted me to include free postage, which obviously, if it's going to cost me $20 to post something, then I can't add free postage. Because when you add the postage in, Etsy then charges you their percentage on the whole amount. Whereas before, it used to charge you the percentage on the actual garment, whatever, and the postage used to be separate. Then they got greedy. They started wanting you to put free postage, and then they charge their commission on the whole amount. So, charging commission on postage was very, very cheeky. And that's why a load of people have actually come off Etsy because of that. I mean, if you're in America and you've got this sort of one price and you can send a box for the same price wherever you go in America, we don't have that in the UK. Everything gets weighed. Yeah, I have boycotted it. I don't go on it. I mean, there's actually a group that are boycotting everything. I know how to Zoom if somebody else sets it up, but I've never actually set up a Zoom myself and invited people to it. I used to Zoom with, Dear Design, Sonia, Kelly used to join us sometimes. There used to be Ruthie, quite a few of us, but it just drifted. Yeah, Denise still does them, but she does more knitting ones now. She's been into doing a lot of these knitted shawls. Those by Stephen West and stuff like that. But I've never actually. I mean, Denise used to set up the ones that we used to do. It used to be Wednesday morning, and we used to do them. And I used to enjoy them. Zoom is where you have so many people in the room. You can't have that many, but everybody can talk to each other and they can see each other, unlike on here where you can only type. But the Zoom meetings, you have to limit them, because if you had too many people on and everybody talking at once, it wouldn't work, you know what I mean? I can't knit on circular. It's a bit like Skype, yeah. I can't knit on circular needles, so I've got no chance of doing a knitted shawl. Because I think the one that Denise has done, she got about 600, 700 stitches on it at one time. And it was taking her like about an hour to get across a row. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'd lose the will to live, yeah. I mean, they are beautiful, what she's done, but I could never do them. Yeah, exactly. But you see, Denise is in the fortunate position is she does dye a lot of her own hand-dyed yarn. So she's not paying like the, 17 to 20 pounder a skein like we would be paying, yeah. Hand-dyed yarn's out of my league too. I might buy one if I really like something when I go to Yarndale at Skipton. I might buy one. But I don't make things with one skein. I don't knit socks. I don't really. I mean, if I find a nice one, that I really, really like, I might make myself some long fingerless gloves. Yeah, it would get stupid. Like here, for example, people have said to me, why don't you do it on here? I said, I can have 40, 50 people in here. I couldn't possibly have all these pictures of everybody and everybody talking at once. I couldn't do it, no. I wouldn't concentrate. Hi, Chris. I just couldn't concentrate on everybody talking. I mean, when I used to do it with Denise, there was only about 6 people. And to me, that was perfect because the conversation used to flow quite nicely with just 6 people. There wasn't people talking over each other and things like that. It was great. Because I think if you have so many people in a room, you'll always get one who will dominate, one who will. Yeah, I think this is when it goes pear-shaped because you'll get the others resenting it. Because somebody's always got the two pennething, sort of commandeering all the conversations, yeah. Yeah, I think 4 or 6 is enough, yeah. Yeah, it would be like the Muppet Show, wouldn't it? Can you imagine it on here? I mean, there's only 32 in at the moment, but there's been 40 odd in at one time. I couldn't have 40 odd people, all the little pictures all across everywhere. Yeah, all wanting to talk to me at once, I did think of doing like a question and answer video if people asked me what they wanted. Obviously, nothing too personal, but if they wanted a question that they wanted to ask me. A lot of people have done those, haven't they? Question and answers. Um, One of those videos. I've never done that. Where people ask me something and I answer it. You know, it could be anything like, how long have you been crocheting or how did you learn how to crochet? It could be anything like that. I did think of asking people on one of my videos, right, if you want to ask me a question, write it in the box underneath and I'll answer it all on my next video. Because sometimes people want to know things about you, yeah. Miguel can't get a word in, my God, it must be busy. Sorry, Miguel. What am I making? I'm making a blanket for my scooter. And I'm hating every minute of it because I don't like the colour. It's too big. I don't like crocheting big things unless they're garments. Oh, she's tagged you to answer 20 questions. Yes, I could do that. I could do that. I used to like the Zoom meetings because I used to do a lot of crocheting and knitting. And I used to do them with Erin, Gimme Yarn 418. She used to do them as well. Somebody's knocking on next door's door. They must be knocking loud because I can hear them in here. Oh, they're still knocking. Yeah, you can tag me. If they're relevant to me, Miguel, they might be relevant to you. The questions that she's asking you. Or are they just generalised questions? Or are they questions that are tailored to you? Or are they questions that she's asked everybody? Yeah, I've been asked to, sometimes been asked, well, sometimes they're bizarre. They're not questions that you can really answer. Sometimes they're really weird. Well, if they're knitting ones, then I may not be able to answer the knitted ones, but I do knit, but as you know, I knit under protest. But if they're mentioning like, which yarn do you prefer, red art or something, then I can't answer those. I can knit, and I do knit, but it's not my preferred genre. Knitting hurts my shoulders when I do it too often. And also my arms bang on, because I knit like Ephraim. I knit with my needles under my arm, I tend to bang. When I go to knit, one of the knit clubs, they've got chairs with arms on, and I can't get for going when I'm knitting. That knit club's all right, apart from the fact people are always saying, "Oh, would you make me one? Oh, would you make me one?" And I'm like, no, because I know they wouldn't want to pay. They just want me to make them one. Yeah. Oh, I've got hundreds of people for that. Yeah. The number of people who want you to make things for free. Yeah. Oh, we'd all be like that. Oh, if it's general, that would be the answer. Would you prefer crochet or knit? Crochet. I think he's working his way up to his chin. What's your favourite? Oh, I don't have a favourite hook. I don't have a favourite size hook. I don't know whether you do or not, but I don't. Shad's nearly getting ready to move into. That's probably why he's not been on tonight. He's getting ready for his big move. I think he'll be in before the winter in his tiny house. No, I don't think Chris is coming over here. I think he's staying in America. Oh, you wouldn't, Chris. You wouldn't. You wouldn't like it over here, mate. Well, he wouldn't, would he? They get a lot more in America than we ever do. Oh, my favourite chip shop in Prestwich's been nominated to be #1 in the UK. I tell you, I really miss that fish and chip shop. Tiny homes, no. It's all to do with zoning and regulations. There are very, very few tiny homes. You can live in a caravan or a trailer, but most of them you can't live in them over the winter. But tiny homes, no. It's all to do with that. We're very hot on what you can build and what you can't build, and everything's got building regulations. And we just, no, there's no tiny home communities over here. Well, not as far as I know. There's some places that have got, they use those shipping containers and make them into houses. Yeah, I mean, mobile homes here, you'd have a job to live in one all year round. Because a lot of the sites, they close them down. They shut the water off, they shut the electric off and everything. So you have to be out of them in about October, and then you don't go back until about Easter. So there's very few where you can live on them all the time. It's not like in America where you have huge trailer parks and stuff, where people live in them all the time. We don't have that over here. They're mostly like holiday lets, the caravans here, or summer people who are retired live in them all over the summer. And then they go home or they go into a flat in the winter. Yeah. You need a shipping container. Yeah. Well, my shed's about the size of a shipping container. You've seen the size of it, haven't you? Oh, God. No, they're very strict over here, Chris. They're all jobs worthy over here. You get the planning permission. We couldn't even put a conservatory up without getting planning permission. We had to submit all our plans and the sizes of it, and the builder had to submit what he was going to make it out of, and all this jazz. We didn't even build a conservatory without permission. You can't do anything over here. You can't breathe. I mean, in some places you can't even put like a TV mast up if it's a big one. And some places, even if you're living in a certain areas, they won't even let you put a satellite dish up. You had to ask permission to put a satellite dish up. And if you're in a listed building, that means you've got absolute restrictions. You can't even knock a wall down or do anything inside a listed building. I think it was me. I nudged something when I went across. I nudged my camera, I think, when I went across to get my drink. What, you be like the old woman who lived in a shoe, would you, Chris? Hello, knitting with Virginia. Hello. I'm all right. My cough's getting a little bit better. No, it was me. I went across to get me drink and I nudged the camera. So don't worry about me. I don't have a flasher. It was me. C'est moi. It was me. Well, at least I'm getting some of my blanket done while I'm talking. Some of this boring blanket. I've had to go small, haven't I, Jane? No room for anything in here. I keep winning lucky dips on the lottery, but my lucky dips only win me more lucky dips. And I keep thinking, oh, please, just let me win some. And then I could have a bungalow of my own. Oh, we're very friendly on here, Virginia. Knitting with Virginia. Very warm and welcoming, aren't we, girls and boys? It's not one of those channels where we nitpick, you know. There's no backbiting, snapping, and, you know, being nasty, because otherwise, they're out, yeah. Oh, you need some more coffee, do you? Right, okay, yeah. Well, that's a nice name for a YouTube, isn't it? Cynthia's Joyful Creations. Ooh, I think so, actually, Kaz. There are many times when I wished I hadn't moved. Yeah. Yeah, I made it. It's can't take credit for the colours. It's Boho Spirit in the Colours Festival. Very nice yarn. It makes its own patterns up. It's lovely. Yeah, apart from the fact I kept falling down the stairs, which was a bit of a liability. And it was getting hard for me to go up and downstairs to bed because my knees and my back were killing me. I was, you know, like dragging myself up the stairs. I pulled the banister, whatever you want to call it. I pulled it off the wall because I was heaving myself up so much. And I tried looking into having a stair lift put in, but my stairs went like that and round a corner and I couldn't have one put in. No, I used to fall down the stairs more than I came. And I couldn't carry anything up. I couldn't carry washing up. I had to wait while somebody called and ask them would they take my washing basket up the stairs. I mean, throwing my washing down was all right. I used to throw it down the stairs to the bottom. But taking it back up again when it was clean, I just couldn't do it. And I couldn't take the hoover. I had a hoover upstairs and a hoover downstairs because I couldn't. And the stairs in between, I couldn't do them. You know, it was all getting too much for me. But I miss my independence. I really do. I do miss. Oh, the coughing confessor. I couldn't afford one over where I lived, Kaz. I lived in, like, it's called commuter belt. And if I'd have sold my house, I couldn't have afforded a bungalow in the same area. So, yeah. Yeah, this would make a good yarn room, wouldn't it? Make a good craft room, this, wouldn't it? It's lovely and big, isn't it? If I lived here on my own, I'd do a lot more things, I tell you. I mean, we've actually got one empty room that's supposed to be being a guest bedroom, come lounge or whatever. We can't make it into a proper bedroom because we have to walk through it to get to the conservatory. But we're hoping to get like a bed settee. But if I had my way, I would make that into a proper little snuggy work room, yeah. Because, yeah, it's the same with me. I've got osteoarthritis. I've got it in my spine and everything. And I've had an operation on my spine. I've got rod and pins and my knees, and I need a new hip. You know, it's osteoarthritis is fun. That's all I can say about it. It's good fun. Going up and downstairs is torture. I've been up these stairs, I think, 3 times. We've been here 2 years, 3 times. I don't go up unless there's a reason. I didn't even go up when we bought the bungalow. I said, if you're the ones who are being up there, then you go and look and see if it will do for you. I never even saw it. I did go up once they'd finished it to have a look at it. And then I went up another day and I don't know why. Oh, I think there was something. Yeah, I was having a shower fitted in my bathroom. So I had to go up to use the toilet. I would have used a bucket really, but they insisted on me using the toilet. Yeah. But I think that's the only time I've been. I've been upstairs 3 times, I think. I mean, when they're away, I never go up the stairs. To me, that's their private part. That's where they live. I could go upstairs technically. I don't think they'll ever say, don't come up the stairs, but I just don't. It's like encroaching on their private space to me, going up there. They do whatever they wish up there. I don't know what they do up there, but whatever they wish, they do. But, I mean, the only time they come in my bedroom is Trisha occasionally comes in and runs the hoover around in my bedroom. But apart from that, and they very rarely come in here unless they want me. It's not that they come in here all the time. They come in if they want to light the fire for me because they know I can't do it very well. And Trish will hoover in here for me. But apart from that, they don't really come in here. All right, Jane, we'll see you later. Ooh, it's nearly the witching hour. Ooh. Where do I eat meals? I eat sometimes in here, but we have got a dining table in the conservatory if we all eat together. But half of the time I eat in here because I'm watching the TV. I've got a little, little TV table that opens up, a little tiny one. So half the time I eat my dinner on there. Yeah. I eat my breakfast and my lunch in here because I do my own thing for those. It's very rare that it's only the evening meal that I get made for me most of the time. You only go downstairs when you're hungry. I've never had a TV in any of my bedrooms, so I used to go downstairs because I had a recliner chair and I had a toilet downstairs. I didn't have a bathroom downstairs. I just had a toilet with a wash basin. Well, a little wash basin, tiny little thing. But at least I could, once I was downstairs, I could stay down until it was time for bed and go back up again. So I used to spend all my life downstairs, really. My kitchen and everything was downstairs, yeah. I used to have my shower usually in the morning before I came down. I would have my shower and get dressed and then come down, and then I didn't usually go back up again until it was bedtime. No, I stay more to I'm out a lot anyway now, Kaz. I've got a bit more of a social life, so nearly every day I've got somewhere to go. Usually with knit club and things like that. Or I go out to lunch with 2 of my friends on a Thursday. Friday's the only day I stay home, really. Well, and the weekend. But we don't do much together, no. It's different, I think, when it's your flesh and blood, Kaz. But it's different when it's your in-laws, yeah. Ah, that sounds very nice, Munchkin, yeah. Yeah, it's took me a long time to sort of make friends. I've had to force myself. to make friends, but I've started going out and about. Mondays I go to the library, but of course I won't be going this Monday because it's the Queen's funeral. I go to a knit club at the library. Tuesdays I go singing at Harmony and Health. Wednesdays actually I'm very busy because I've got 2 knit clubs, one in the afternoon, one in the evening. Thursdays I meet with my friends and we have brunch. Fridays I'm usually free. I usually use that to do my shopping or bits and pieces. And Saturday, Sunday I'm free, apart from me doing my lives. But next Sunday I'm going to Skipton. I'm going to, because I may be doing a very short live actually next Saturday because I have to get up and be out. I've got to meet, I think it's 8:15 or something. I've got to be up at the local Aldi to be picked up by the coach. So I'll have to be out the door. No, the vigil won't be over until Monday. People are queuing up 20 hours just to walk past. Well, they've had to arrest one guy. Would you believe he tried to take the flag off the coffin? I mean, you queue up 20 hours and then all you want to do is pull the flag off the coffin. Yeah, funerals on Monday, everywhere's shut. Shops are all shut. So I'll just be staying in, doing my crocheting, probably watching the funeral. I always cry at funerals, it doesn't matter who it is. So I'm bound to cry. I cry when I don't even know the person who's being buried, you know. There's something about. Yeah, they tried to take the flag off the coffin, the Union Jack off the coffin. Some twit who'd queued 20 hours in the queue to go file past the Queen, allegedly to pay his respects. And he tried to take the flag off the coffin. Yeah, it was. I mean, why would you? Well, if they had to go to the restroom, I would hope that they would have to hold it in, or they would have to have somebody keep their place until they came back. Yeah, but people are doing it. Yeah. No, we don't know. No, he just wanted to disrupt. I don't know what he was doing. As I said, she may not even be. But I don't think they'd stand vigil if she wasn't, you know. I don't think they'd stand vigil by an empty one. No, he got arrested before he even got as far as that. You always get one nutcase, don't you? Several people writing awful things on Facebook and on walls and things. I mean, you know, if you're not a friend, a royalist or whatever, just, it's still somebody. Somebody's grandma, somebody's mother. You should respect the dead, whoever they are, yeah? You know, if you want to be nasty, then just don't do it. And, you know. Yeah, I don't think they would stand vigil on an empty coffin, though. It's not an open coffin, so you can't see whether it's her or not. I mean, somebody asked me why she wasn't buried like the couple of days after. It's not the way it is in England. It takes ages to arrange the funeral. It's not like, you know, you're dead one day and the day after you've got a funeral. You know, they've got to. I mean, I know things are planned years in advance just in case anybody dies. But they've got to arrange all the troops, the horses, the carriages, the everything. Any visiting dignitaries that are flying in. They've got to arrange all that. They can't do that. Oh, well, You might be if you were an ordinary person, but would it be, man, yes, I suppose you've already got the presidents, haven't you? It is disrespectful, no matter what you might think about Prince Andrew. Just keep it to yourself while it's his mother's funeral, you know? It's just not on. You know, to me, that's being disrespectful to the dead, whoever they are. You know, if it was your neighbour, would you shout disrespectful things at him when he was at his mother's funeral? I don't think you would. Well, I wouldn't, but some people probably would. I think people should keep their opinions to themselves until after the funeral. But I don't like all this stuff in the papers. They make stuff up just for headlines. How do we know what King Charles has said? King Charles has said this, he's said that, he's done this, he's done that. We don't know. You know, it's all private, it's all behind closed doors. It's just the papers want to stir it up, don't they? Oh, he said this, he said that. Harry this, Meghan that, William this, Kate that. You're just making up stories for headlines. I know, it's not right, is it? The papers want to make headlines, they want to sell stories. So what they don't know, they make it up, don't they? Unless you're in the room, how do you know what was ever said? Yeah, that was the only time I was really sort of shocked, I think, Sandra. I was very shocked, when President Kennedy got killed. I was very, very shocked. And I was very shocked when Martin Luther King, got shot. I remember thinking, how can people do that? It's just, but I don't agree with sensationalism. And everybody on the television giving it all this. Oh, Meghan this, oh, Harry this, oh, why don't they just leave them alone and let them grieve? Whatever happens, happens, yeah. Whatever happens afterwards, who gets a title, who doesn't get a title. Yeah, I've been past Buckingham Palace, but I've never actually seen anything happening. When I walked past it many, 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 many moons ago, you could see the guards, they were like in the distance. You never were allowed to get anywhere near them. I mean, you get tourists now saying all sorts of things to the people on the horses and patting the horses, which are all, nothing. Hello, new Christine. Welcome into the party. We have sheltered accommodation. It's very difficult to get them, for the elderly. Very difficult to get in. You're not allowed to talk to the guard. Well, if you do, he won't answer you. Yeah. You're not allowed to pat his horse. You're not allowed to do anything like that. But some tourists do. They start messing with the horse, and of course, it gets upset. And yeah, yeah, we have, but it's all very expensive. We don't have any concessions or anything like that. Yeah. It's, oh, the crown is extremely heavy. The Queen had said if she'd have bowed her head she had to hold up what she was reading at the coronation, because if she'd have bowed her head like that, she would have broken her neck. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't want to be in an old folks. Oh, they're awful here. They don't feed them properly. They charge them a fortune. No, I wouldn't want to be in sheltered accommodation. I think I'd have to take an overdose before I would go in one of them. What, sitting in a lounge like cattle? Yeah. The guardsmen, yeah, they're made of bear skin. I don't know whether they're actually still made of bear skin or whether they're synthetic now, because of course bears are an endangered species, aren't they? But they're very hot, I would imagine, because they come right down, aren't they? Oh, thank you, Virginia. I chose the colour. I should imagine all the uniform and the hat and everything's very hot and heavy. That's why they change the guard every 20 minutes, because that's as long as they can sit there in the sun. Plus, the horses are supposed to just stand there and not move a muscle, you know. Very, very wearing on the poor horse, yeah. I don't know whether they're still made of bearskin. The old ones are. Maybe they hand them down and whatever. A friend of mine, he was the first black guardsman. Many, many moons ago, he was the first black one. And they made such a big fuss about him. I don't know what they will do with it. I mean, we're sure they're not going to give them to Goodwill. I'm sure they will keep them for posterity somewhere. But she must have an awful lot of clothes somewhere. Yeah, they're a bit like that over here. They charge you an arm and a leg to be in an old people's home. If you have a house, they sell it, and you know, and then they don't feed you properly and they ignore you. Yeah, they probably pick out certain ones of the Queen's clothes. You know, like she wore for very special occasions, like a coronation, the wedding dress, and stuff like that, and put them in the museum, the V&A. It's the same with, you know, Diana. Certain ones of her iconic dresses. But they did raffle a lot of hers off, didn't they, in aid of a charity? So somebody somewhere's got a Princess Diana dress. Yeah, they've had to stop using the original christening gown that got handed through the family because it got so threadbare. They've had to, now the royal babies wear a replica because the original one was literally falling apart. Yet she wore bright colours so that everybody could see her and everybody could see that it was her. I don't think she ever wore beige or grey. She wanted everybody to recognise her at a distance, yeah. I don't, yes, she did knit. There's pictures of her knitting socks during the war because she was in the land army in the war and she drove an ambulance. So she probably did knit socks or balaclavas, yeah. There's a picture of her somewhere with knitting needles in her hand. And Queen Victoria used to crochet. She probably didn't knit later in life, but before she was queen, when she was in the land army and that, she used to knit during the war. But Queen Victoria used to crochet little mats and different things and give them to as presents to her servants or whatever. She made doilies and things. There's loads of pictures of Queen Victoria doing her crochet. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine she'd have time to do her knitting when she was the queen. I'm crocheting a blanket to put on my scooter because it's cold. My knees get terribly cold. I won't use yellow all the time. It's just that when I sing at Health and Harmony, our t-shirts and hoodies are yellow. So I wanted a yellow blanket because the wind blows off the sea and it's blooming cold. I feel the cold when I'm sat there on my mobility scooter. I don't like that colour. That's why it's taking me ages. I don't like crocheting blankets. It's soul destroying. The only reason I'm managing to do some is because I'm talking to everybody. Yeah. And I'm going to go very soon because it's 16 minutes past midnight. Oh, if others, no, they're not having any blankets. They can go and buy their own. I'm not making any. No, they can order away, Miguel, but they ain't having any. I'm doing this under protest for myself. Yeah, the wind hits you when you're in on a scooter. My son said you're going at 8 miles an hour and the wind's coming at you. And so you're getting more wind chill. And it's cold. That seafront is blooming cold, I tell you. That wind whips off the sea. It could. That's why we've never had a heat wave here, I think, because no matter how hot it's been, it's never hot with the wind coming off the sea. What time is it? It's 17 minutes past midnight over here. Yeah, it's time for me to go to beddy byes. I'll probably be looking after the dogs tomorrow because my daughter-in-law has a doctor's appointment and I don't know why on a Sunday. But apparently she's got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And my son's coming back sometime tomorrow. He's been in Barcelona with his mates. Boy's few days out, yeah. Quite why he went to Barcelona, I have no idea. I shall no doubt find out tomorrow when he comes back. Ooh, not working tomorrow. Yay! Oh, you're always welcome, Christine. We're a friendly bunch. We get the odd troll now and again, but apart from that, we're a friendly bunch. So I'm going to say night-night to everybody. Oh, oh, my light's just flashing on me on my computer then, and it wasn't me that time. I told you my camera wouldn't work. It took me ages to get on here today because it kept telling me my camera was linked to another. Your camera's being used. I don't have another thing to use my camera on. I had to switch everything off and restart my computer. Right, I'm going to go now. So good night to everybody and thank you all for your company. And I will see you all next week. But it will be a short video next week because I have to get up very early to go to Yarndale. So I'll be warning you, it's be a shorter video. So bye everybody and I'll see you all next week. Bye.